Have you ever wondered what would happen if you never cut your fingernails or toenails for 10 years? Well, we've all seen people with long fingernails and toenails before, but it gets even more extreme than that. The record for the longest fingernails belongs to Lee Redmond from Utah, USA. Her fingernails were measured at 2.4 meters or 8 feet in length. The longest toenail belonged to Annie Hawkins Turner from Georgia, USA. It was measured at 3.5 meters or 11.7 feet in length. But let's imagine that you're someone who doesn't care about breaking world records. Just someone who's too lazy to give their nails a trim. What would happen to your nails if you never got them cut? You probably think that nothing much would happen. Maybe they'd get a little longer. Maybe they'd become more brittle. But what if I told you that if you never cut your nails, your hands would eventually become deformed? And this isn't some made-up story from a horror movie. This is reality. When you don't cut your nails, they grow longer and longer and eventually start to dig into your skin. Your nails start to curve around, and eventually it even becomes painful to walk. Some people might be able to cope with this situation by simply wearing shoes with open toes. But others aren't so lucky, and their toes are completely encased within the nail. When this happens, your body has only one thing to do to defend itself against the attack of its own overgrown nails. The body's immune system detects foreign invaders such as bacteria and viruses and neutralizes them. But when your own nails cause damage to your body, it also triggers an immune response. This is similar to when you have an injury and your body sends white blood cells to protect you from infection. However, your body cannot distinguish between an external threat and its own overgrown nails, so your immune system will try to neutralize your nails. This means that you'll experience pain and inflammation in your toes, fingers, and the surrounding areas. Some people might be able to take painkillers to cope with the pain, but others may not be so lucky. The inflammation caused by your body's immune system can lead to tissue death and gangrene. This is a serious condition where the affected area loses its blood supply and eventually dies. Gangrene can cause the affected limb to turn black and shriveled, and it can also emit a foul odor. It occurs because of an underlying problem such as an infection or reduced blood flow. In this case, the lack of blood flow is caused by the overgrown nail pressing against the skin and blocking blood vessels. This prevents oxygen and nutrients from reaching the cells in the affected area, leading to their death. Gangrene can be treated by removing the affected tissue and, if necessary, the entire nail. However, this can lead to permanent damage and disfigurement. As you can see, overgrown nails can have serious consequences for your health and well-being. Cutting your nails regularly is not just a matter of personal hygiene, but it is also important to prevent these potentially life-threatening conditions. If you're worried about your nails, then please visit a doctor or a podiatrist. They will be able to assess your individual needs and recommend the best course of action for you. Don't wait until things get out of control before seeking professional help. So now you know what could happen if you never cut your nails again. But there are other things that can cause your nails to turn black, yellow, green, or even blue. Discoloration of the nails can be caused by a number of factors, including injury, certain medications, and underlying health conditions. For example, a common cause of nail discoloration is trauma to the nail. If you accidentally hit your finger or toe against something hard, it can cause the nail to turn black. This is because the blood vessels under the nail become damaged, causing blood to pool under the nail plate. Over time, the blood will break down and the nail will return to its normal color. Certain medications can also cause nail discoloration. For example, some chemotherapy drugs can cause the nails to turn yellow or green. This is usually temporary, and the nails will return to their normal color once the medication is discontinued. Certain health conditions can also cause nail discoloration. For example, a condition called onychomycosis can cause the nails to turn yellow or brown. Onychomycosis is a fungal infection of the nail, and it can be difficult to treat. If you're concerned about the color of your nails, it's important to see a doctor or a podiatrist. They will be able to assess your individual needs and determine the underlying cause of the discoloration. Depending on the cause of the discoloration, treatment options may include antifungal medications, removal of the nail, or both. So please don't ignore any changes in the color of your nails. Early treatment can often prevent the condition from worsening. If you've made it this far into the video, you're probably wondering what happens to your nails when you stop cutting them. You probably think that your nails would just keep getting longer and longer. But what if I told you that there is a limit to how long your nails can grow? You see, your nails are made up of a protein called keratin. When you eat, your body breaks down the food and absorbs the nutrients. Some of these nutrients, such as protein, are then used to build and repair tissues in your body, including your nails. However, your body has limited resources available to it at any given time. If you don't eat enough protein, your body will struggle to build and repair tissues, which can lead to problems like muscle loss and hair loss. In addition, your body needs other nutrients to stay healthy, such as vitamins and minerals. If you're not getting enough of these nutrients, it can also affect the growth and health of your nails. For example, a deficiency in iron can cause your nails to become brittle and break. In addition, your age and overall health can also affect your nail growth. As you get older, your body produces less keratin, which can make your nails weaker and more prone to breakage. Additionally, certain health conditions can affect your nail growth, such as thyroid disorders and diabetes. All of these factors combine to determine how long your nails can grow. And when you stop cutting your nails, they will eventually reach their maximum length and stop growing. This means that if you never cut your nails, they wouldn't get insanely long like some people claim. Instead, they would eventually reach a point where they simply can't grow any longer. Now, you might be wondering what happens to those people who have incredibly long nails. Well, it's important to remember that those people aren't letting their nails grow naturally. They're actually taking steps to ensure that their nails remain long and strong. For example, they might be eating a balanced diet rich in protein and other nutrients, taking supplements, and getting regular manicures and pedicures. In addition, they usually take great care of their nails and avoid doing anything that might damage them, such as using harsh chemicals or getting them caught in machinery. All of these factors contribute to the growth and strength of their nails, allowing them to grow much longer than the average person's nails. On the other hand, if you don't take good care of your nails and you're not paying attention to your overall health, your nails won't grow very long at all. You'll likely need to cut them every few weeks to prevent them from becoming ingrown or causing other problems. In short, your nails are like the rest of your body. They need proper nutrition, regular maintenance, and good overall health in order to thrive. So if you want to have strong, beautiful nails, make sure to take good care of them and see a doctor or a podiatrist if you notice any problems. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe and comment below with suggestions for future videos. We wish you good health and normal nails.